I want to talk to you about something that Paul addresses in the book of Philippians that I think all of us can relate to. Something most of us do from time to time. Some of us way more than others, and that is this: the single, aggressive, many times even arresting task of worrying. I could really worry a lot. So what about you? Like, what do you worry about? What kinds of things keep you up at night? What kind of circumstances steal your time? And you know, I liken worry a little bit to this rock that I have in my hands up here. This rock can represent the things we worry about. Those things in our lives that when contemplated long enough, start to trip our mind out a little bit. Those things that are stealing life from us because we're consumed with worry. Like, what is it for you? Because, see, no matter where I put this rock, it's uncomfortable. It just gets uncomfortable. It doesn't work. It gets irritable. When we worry, it's like a weight that just hangs around and makes our lives miserable and uncomfortable. A while ago, I remember asking our church community what things they worry about, and they were tweeting about it on a hashtag. So these were some of the things that they were tweeting. Getting in a fight with their family and then leaving mad and something happens to someone. They worry over the friends in their life. They worry about their family. They worry about having enough joy in life. They worry if the choices they will make or are making are the right ones. They worry how their life will turn out. They worry about being single. What would you say is on the top of your worry list? What worry does this little weight represent in your life? I started saying that Paul has some really good things to say about worry in the book of Philippians. So let's go there. Philippians chapter 4, and I want to read verses 4 to 9. They say this, Philippians 4, beginning at verse 4. Always be full of joy in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice. Let everyone see that you are considerate in all you do. Remember, the Lord is coming soon. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. So Paul starts off here giving some bullet points. He's like, always be full of joy. Be considerate and let everyone see that is part of your life. Why? He said it, because the Lord is coming soon. And in light of this, he says these words in verse 6. Don't worry about anything. Did you catch that? I'm going to say it again. Don't worry about anything. That's some strong language there. Don't worry about what the future holds. Don't worry about where your life is going to end up. Don't worry about your retirement. Don't worry about your health. Don't worry about anything. Okay, easier said than done, right? But let me remind you that Paul at this moment had plenty to worry about. The guy was in prison fighting for his life. And I'm not sure about you, but I think if I was in prison writing you a letter, I would be a little bit worried. I wouldn't be writing this letter saying, hey, by the way, don't worry about anything. But that is exactly what he was doing here. Paul hits on something big here. Let's look at verse 6 one more time. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. So what does praying do? In prayer, we turn to God and recognize and acknowledge the greatness and even majesty of who He is. But Paul reminds us that the peace of God keeps our hearts and minds safe.